freakiest thing you've done in a relationship? What's to you first?
I didn't have my nails on. Let's get this out of the way first.
Don't say no more. We got you.
I put my finger up a guy.
Life and that. That's mad still. Why'd you do that though? Like, what? Big man thing, yeah? It's Castillo, aka your baby mum's favorite, aka Say Something, out now on all digital platforms, bruv. Welcome to Cuffing Season. Now, Cuffing Season is a show where artists and influencers have the choice of 3 mystery dates, bruv. And the only thing they're gonna know about each other is their playlist, bruv. You ain't seen nothing like this. Welcome to Cuffing Season, bruv. Big man thing.
Hello.
Yo, one.
I'm good, how are you?
Now, you know you're the first girl that's come on this team.
I like to take control, so that's what I'm leading with. I'm going to take it, and I like to be first, so.
Don't know. Now, listen, yeah? I know you're a big star right now, you get me, but to the people that don't know, tell them what you do.
I'm a freelance creative, that's the best way I can describe it, because there's so many other things that come underneath it, but like a freelance content creator, so presenting, hosting, TikTok, Instagram.
So you got bare peas in that, yeah? You don't want to let
I'm comfortable, do you know what I mean? I'm going to say that.
You don't want to let HMRC know the thing, I get you.
Yeah, thank you very much. How many TikTok videos I've had to delete and be like, oh, sheesh.
So, listen, yeah, now I'm looking at you, I'm going to be real. Do you like girl or do you like man there, man?
I get this
My mind is getting thrown off right now.
I get this all the time. Apparently I give off gay vibes.
Yeah, big man saying, I'm not going to lie, man. I'm just saying.
Okay,
Shout to the
let me tell you
people,
this, yeah? Let me tell you this. Castillo, look at my nails and tell me, could I ever put my hand in a...
You could do, you know. Some girl like that, you know. I know some freaky girls.
Yeah, that's wild.
So when it comes to men, what kind of men do you like?
If I've got a pinpoint on one type, I like guys that look malnourished with tattoos.
Like homeless men?
They're not homeless, they can't look raggedy, but like, they just can't have too much meat on their bones.
Why is that? That's a bit
I can feed them.
Oh, so you want to feed them?
It's like a charity project.
But then what if they get like a pot belly in that?
Oh yeah, then you got to go.
So you want them to stay marble?
Yeah, kind of. Like, just put a bit of meat on, right? But like, I don't know what it is. I like skinny guys with tattoos. Maybe it's not a skinny girl with tattoos.
So have you ever been with a girl? I'm just getting into the
I've kissed girls. I've had a threesome and there was a girl involved. But
what is that like though?
I got really awkward because I'm not into girls in it. So like, there was a moment where she was like giving me head and I was just like...
You're giving you head? Yo.
I was like, mate, she was like, are you having fun? I was like, no, I want to go home, please.
Yo, that's a mad... Because you know this threesome thing, yeah? I'm trying to get involved in that, yeah? But I was seeing this thing, she was a bisexual thing, and then the thing she tried to bring forward, man, the thing looked like Big Vis from WWE, man. The thing was mad sloppy with it, man. I was like, yo.
Yeah, because if she's bi, she probably like, it's like a masculine looking girl, innit?
Yeah, the thing was looking a bit, I don't know, man. And I was like, that can't go on my CV, you get me, man? Like,
I'm not adding it to my caliber.
Yeah, that can't be on my records, you get me? That's a bit mad, man. Can't have Big Vis be talking like they had their way with me and that, you get me? That's a bit mad. Still, would you ever do that again?
But have a threesome?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like I'd want a threesome with 2 guys and getting 2 guys to do that. It's just a bit wild. And also, is that a threesome or is that just like...
But like, what if during like the threesome with the 2 men, they got a bit zesty with it and next thing, they start doing some sword fighting thing? Would you feel weird?
I don't think I would. I feel like I would feel very empowered as a woman.
You feel them?
Because I'd feel like I'm like, yeah, I got these 2 men each other, do you know what I mean? Like, I would feel good. It boosts my ego.
Would you find that mad if you were seeing a man and he was like, yo, man, bust it open for a few men still, you open a pussy, bro? Like, would you find that a bit mad? Or would you be like, yo,
I'd say do your thing, but not with me. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, do your thing, but you're not going to be my partner. Like, I don't think I would be... I'm quite a jealous person to begin with, so if I was then dating someone who's bisexual, that's fucking long, because who am I actually worried about you looking at? Do you know what I mean?
Yo, but now, we're gonna get to the nitty gritty, like, you get me? I'm gonna read out some playlists for you, and I want you to make your decision on the guy based on the playlist, you get
Let's
me?
go.
So let's get this going. First playlist I'm gonna go to is Calendar by Nines.
Okay.
Healing by Tion Wayne.
Okay.
In a Minute by Little Baby.
I feel like they're all very recent. I don't have an issue. I like all of those songs, but they're all like very recent songs. You know what I mean? I feel like this is the person who might have gotten fixated on them as they come out and just constantly listen to them.
So this one's playlist B, yeah? So first track, Limbo by Daddy Yankee. Second track, Moscow Mule by Bad Bunny.
I'm not from you.
And the third track on there is La Bachata by Manuel Rizz. So you look the bilingual thing.
It's coming out.
Come on, what do you think of that
hand
playlist?
language as well. I'm gonna go that this person likes to probably dance a bit more emotive than anyone else.
Third playlist C, Pitch Black by Chris Brown. Second track, For Tonight by Giveon. I think that's how I say his name, man. Third track, Massive by Drake. What do you think about that one?
They sound like a bit of a pussy. Like they're in their feels a lot. I don't even love to listen to music that soft. So that's a no-go from me.
Sensitive, man.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
You're not feeling that? So.
No, because like if I get into a fight, are you going to back me or are you going to lose? That's kind of what I'm getting from it, you know what I mean? I just feel like they really need to hold down.
I like that. So then, which playlist are you going to go for?
It's between 1 and 2. But I feel like because of the fact that the first one is strictly like very recent music, I'm going to go with number 2.
So you're going to go with playlist B?
Playlist B. I'm pushing my answer in. That is what I'm going with.
Big Man Ting. So, going to bring your date out right now.
Okay.
So Big Man Ting, Can Diego come through?
Hello. You wanna sign up?
That was the rudest thing you could possibly say. Are you going to sign up?
Thank you. I'm amazing. I'm happy to be alive.
Come on, love on my brother.
Cheers, man.
Yo, I'm liking his firm grip as well, baby. Yeah.
I just got instructed to, he's got a stain on his top.
Big man, you trying to mash up the man's sauce like that, bro?
No, because who were you hugging before you came to the date?
Who's wearing like
Oh, do you know what?
charcoal black foundation?
Am I able to scar her?
So, first impressions on looks, what we saying?
I already mentioned that you have a stain on your top, so you could go.
So instead of judging my face, you want to just, it's all right. I'm a optimistic guy. I can appreciate a good-looking girl. She has good attributes and she's aesthetically pleasing, but you know, it would be good to rip it a bit further and see what we can explore.
So, Big Man Ting, Claudia, what was your first impression of Diego when he walked out?
Okay, my first impression of Diego when he walked out, he's a very attractive man, he's a very good-looking man. Not necessarily my type, because obviously I told you my type is like malnourished-looking men with tattoos, but he also looks and gives off the vibe that he knows he's good-looking, do you know what I mean?
How about yourself?
That is such an eloquent answer, isn't it? It's like, you have beautiful hair. That is the first thing that I noticed. You have really nice hair. And you have nice hands.
Big Man Ting, you're doing to you, bro. I'm not gonna lie, you look like you clean up with a girl then, bro. You get a lot of nanny out here, bro. What we saying?
I'm busy working, bro. Busy working.
Working on a nun, bro.
Something like that.
He's not gonna be honest. Do you think he gets a lot of nun, bro, out here?
I'm gonna say that you get more than your average man.
I mean, if that's based on looks, I would say I'm way above your average man. Like, the word average doesn't even come in my vocabulary, but...
That's very, very, very cocky.
I wouldn't say cocky.
Are you gonna go with confidence?
I think I know, not that, I think I know my self-worth. Like, confidence and cocky it depends on what level you're at. If you're an average man, like a level valued man, and your like mentality is up here, that's cocky. But if you're a high value man, and you're really out here,
one sec, before you get into it, I'm going to leave you two to get into it, baby. Because I saw the vibes is getting in there. You know what
I agree with that, but I feel like the statement in itself saying that you don't even know the word average can come across as quite cocky. I'm not saying that the mental approach you're having towards it is cocky. I'm saying I don't even know the word average. That's cocky.
So Diego, what was your first impressions of Claudia when you first saw her?
She's not my type, like, literally, I feel like when I was a type, as I said, I'm a world-traveled and cultured man, so I can appreciate a good-looking girl. She's got something going on there. I can see why a man then would be there and thereabouts, you know what I'm saying?
So, tell me about yourself. Tell me, I'm going to do that thing where it's like, tell me 2 truths and a lie.
We'll go with work and life related.
Okay.
My job is essentially to approach, talk to, and interact with females on the street. Number two. Are you ready to listen?
Yeah.
Perfect. See, we can play these games, it's alright. I got a stain on my t-shirt, your skin tone suits silver jewelry and you're wearing gold, but it's alright, we can...
I'm allergic to silver, so if you actually have a problem with my allergy, then say that.
I got you, I got plugs that can sort it out for you.
What, a GP? You've got plugs for a GP?
Obviously, the man that I'm out here, if you ain't got a GP plug, you ain't got a GP plug?
No.
I got
I
it.
don't even have a British passport. Can't relate to that.
What's going on, bro? What's going on, immigration, bro? What's going on?
I can leave the country. It's not even British though, so people look at it and they don't believe it's a passport.
Oh, we got.
Thank you very much.
Obviously, just cutting season for me, so.
I'm not gonna put myself to shame. I'm gonna eat.
Alright. We're doing an awful lot of talking about me. I want you to tell me something that I wouldn't expect of you.
Okay.
That was my diversions are immaculate.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about myself anymore.
And I know you like to talk about yourself, so
I
I'll
am
give you
an
the time.
attention whore, so I will talk. Your ear off.
Shut
Okay,
up,
what's something
community, bro. Some shit like some
I wouldn't expect of you,
Okay.
me personally.
Okay, when I was born, I was in the newspaper, right? My mum told me for being the prettiest baby in the hospital, but I have later actually found the newspaper article, like 2 years ago, and I was in the newspaper for being the hairiest baby.
Right.
I had a full head of hair before any other baby, and my mum was just like, yeah, no, it's because you were the most beautiful. I was like, no, the fuck it wasn't.
I tell you what, your mum's a good mum though.
Shout out to the
You
mum.
can't tell a newborn baby that she's hairy.
I wouldn't fucking understand it anyways.
No, but it's not if your
Yeah,
mum
but she
said-
kept that lie going for a while.
Yeah, I can see the confidence hasn't dropped down.
Would you say though that in talking to him, he seemed like he was very dominant?
Yeah. I would say that the more I spoke to Diego, the more dominant he got, which is something that I normally really appreciate because I'm quite a dominant person, so I need someone to put me in my place. But I feel like at times he was trying to put me in my place too much, and it was just a bit like, are we beefing or are we having a debate here?
I want to know like what you think, like, what kind of caliber you think you are in a level of, let's call it 1 to 10.
1 to 10, oh, I hate rating myself. Can I do personality and looks? Can I do them separately?
No, because
Can I do them separately?
because you're one of them girls that's gonna go, my personality slaps, and just like cover the fact that you don't.
Oh no, I'm still gonna give myself good looks, but my personality is like a fucking 20 out of 10.
Give me them separately.
And
So
my looks, on a good day, I'll give myself like a 8.89 out of 10. But if I've just worked out of bed and I'm hungover, then I just drop into like a 7.2.
but obviously you're gonna need to look good when you wake up from bed as well. Like it's not like you can't pick and choose when you. I see that you haven't got a lot of makeup on, and I like
I don't
that.
wear makeup.
So none at all.
Well, my eyebrows, I've got like...
Right. No, that's something I appreciate a lot in a girl. I like keep it on a talad.
Do you know what though? If I could wear makeup, I probably would. I just don't know how to put it on. I like the idea of like the transformation. Do you know what I mean? Like when girls do glow up videos, like my glow up video is just my eyebrow was bushy and then my eyebrows smooth.
Do you not see a problem with this makeup thing though? Like girls are literally, like physically, not even psychologically, physically covering up a person that they are.
I say nothing's good in excess, right? The same way people are like, oh, body positivity or like looks, like positivity in general about how your appearance. It's in every aspect it goes too far. You've got girls that are too skinny who are anorexic who will say body positivity and I'm like, babes, you're ill. And then you've got the same with girls who are obviously obese or overweight and they'll be like body positivity and I'm like, but you're ill. It doesn't matter, you're not healthy. As long as you're not healthy, it's not good. And I think it kind of applies the same to when it comes to your looks. Like if you've got too much plastic surgery, it's just a bit like, well, what are you doing?
Whose fault do you think it is that
Yeah, bro, shout out to your funny face, yeah, bro.
You think it's the fault of female themselves or men?
I think it's a combination of men's expectations, women's kind of like
That doesn't make sense.
men's expectations
Men's expectations of what?
of women looking a certain way, like when it comes to beauty standards.
I would say a very, very high percentage of men, if you asked all the men out here, would you prefer a natural thing?
Yeah,
or
hold
a thing
on.
that's done man
But you will
injection?
say, oh yeah, I prefer a natural thing,
I
but then
believe
what do
I
your
believe I
fucking
was halfway
Instagram likes
through. I
look?
believe I was halfway through.
I'm very passionate about this, sorry, go
I
on.
believe I was halfway through the sentence.
Well,
If you ask bare man what they prefer between a natural thing and a thing that was injected up and makeup on and that, I would go as far as saying above 80% of men would say that they prefer natural women.
Throughout your date, I could tell you two was having a very heated discussion. Would you say though that if you got in a relationship with her, you would be the dominant one?
100%. And she'd know it as well, but it's a thing. I know girls like Claudia. And when you're in public and when you're in like the public eye, there needs to be a certain type of persona. But her and I would both know who's behind the wheel and who's in control. But that's alright, you know, these things aren't important, these little details. It's what's really going on. As long as both people know the pattern, it's cool.
also, hold on, you just said natural
There's no
girl,
way you
natural
just
girl.
put your finger up at me.
I
and shit.
did.
So you like a natural girl?
I like a natural girl that knows how to take care of herself. Listen, girls exchange hard work for just like needles, innit? See us, man, we're in the gym 7 days a week just to look good. and eating good and all of that.
Okay, so you said about like whose fault is it, right? And the point I was trying to make is, I hear it. I know a lot of men do prefer a natural girl, but as trends come around, you lot follow them the same way girls do. If it's trendy for a girl to have a BBL, man, them all of a sudden like BBLs. And now I have so many friends who like BBLs, and now I go out, all of them are laughing at the girls with BBLs, and they're like, oh, that's a BBL crusader. Because you can tell who has a BBL.
So you've got some BBL friends though?
Yeah, I was thinking that.
I would disagree with that.
But I think the main fault is social media, because people can compare too much, right?
100%.
And the reason I don't conform to like a beauty standard, or like, there's times where I look at girls and I want my ass to look like that. But
Right, but you say social media, but it's girls looking at other things, social media.
but
I want that as well.
yeah, but you need to understand that I'm not looking at it and being like, oh, I want that because another woman has it. I want it because I can see that she's got it, and the men are looking at her and being like, I want her.
Do you think
Do you know
girls,
what I mean?
do
It's
you
kind
think
of like
girls
the
get this
nowadays that
stuff
we're giving
for like themselves, so themselves to be happy, or do you think they get it for other people?
I think a lot of, I'm not just going to say women, because I feel like now men are getting like fucking surgery to get their legs longer, to get taller. And
Yeah,
all that
man, they're
stuff.
getting the Lithuanian leg lifts.
So,
What you call it? The
Lithuanian leg
LLL.
lift.
That's a triple L's, bro.
It's a real
That
thing,
sounds
bro.
like a next night crept that's dropping triple L's.
So-
But I feel like when people get that stuff, they like to justify it and say they're doing it for themselves. But in reality, what it's come from is the pressure that society has put on them, to the point that they don't feel comfortable within themselves.
Right.
So they are ultimately doing it for other people, but in the moment, they're like, oh, I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it so I feel comfortable. But it's like, you would feel comfortable if you didn't let society make you feel a certain way.
I like the passion in
Do you
it.
get what I mean?
I didn't really hear what you said, but I'm not your voices.
I was just about to say, but it's turned into a podcast thing, man. You get me? I'm not gonna lie, you don't get deep with it. I'm trying to get to the real energy right now. So how are you two feeling each other's energy? Like, how's the connection? Because I'm not gonna lie, from over there, it looks like you two want to smash. So.
Now, I'll be real with you, a lot of men would be in a situation like talking with a girl. I've seen it before, my friends have talked to me, and they take like, this is a bad sign when you're like talking to a girl and you're disagreeing. As I just said to her, I like the passion, I like that she can stand up for herself. Listen, I'm there to stand up for her when I need to, but...
Big man thing. You're saying the right
I don't
thing.
tell me to shush.
Bruv, the body count after this, they see this, man. It's going up, man. It's going up, man. Come on, you're doing the right thing. So before I continue, I just got to give a shout out. How you guys finding the food? How you lot finding it?
Can you not see I'm been munching the whole time I'm talking? I'm just like, yeah.
So shout out to Mama's Blessings, man. Big man team, they provided the food and that. You get me? So shout out to them. You lot can get that.
I'm
going,
sorry,
man.
I'm cutting right now, but it looks amazing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, are you on a low carb diet or something? Man?
Yeah, I'm just cutting right now, so it's
Big man thing, see?
It
Looking after the
don't look
body.
delicious, you're making it hard for me.
Yo, so big man thing, I've got some questions for both of you lot, yeah? So you're gonna answer it, both of you lot can answer it, yeah? So, what's the freakiest thing you've done in a relationship? That's to you first.
I didn't have my nails on. Let's get this out the way first.
We don't say no more, we got you.
I put my finger up a guy's.
Wife and that's mad still. Why'd you do that though? Like, what?
You know what?
You said,
This is
why you
gonna
do
sound
that?
so wild, but like I was giving him head, and like my hand just slid under, and like the more it slid, it just went in.
So
And
man just had some loose body.
no.
What's
Like I
funny?
was examining the situation in it, and like he just wasn't saying no. Like if anything, his moans got louder, the lower my hand went. So I was like, okay, this is where we're going with it.
What happened to this brother though? Like, what's he doing now with himself? Like,
I don't actually know, but I hope he's well.
big man thing.
I hope he's good.
wouldn't be worse.
Shout out to you and your loose body, cuz. You get me? Sort that out, cuz. Mad thing. Man's mad loose with it, man. So what was your thoughts on when Claudia said she puts her fingers in the man's body and that?
Bro, again, I don't discriminate. She clearly likes a feminine guy. I feel like she's the kind of girl that's gonna have feminine guys all her life until she meets the guy that can actually be with her. Because let's be real, no girl can maintain a relationship with a feminine guy. Like you need a guy that brings masculine attributes to the table.
So, what's the freakiest thing you've done?
I've physically done to her or that's happened.
That's happened.
Say it.
Nah, I'm a fan of sex toys.
Sex. Also, okay, big man
I've got a
thing.
nice collection of butt plugs
Sorry? What do you mean? Like,
that I use.
on the girl then?
Yes, sir.
Big man thing. Okay, I just needed to clarify, man. So what? It's like you just got in like figurines, like the stats.
Obviously, a couple different colours, got nice little shapes.
So when you walked into the
And
shop,
she's the girl, you know, it's when you see the girl, you're like, what can she like really take? Because I don't know, I'm a really hygienic man, and as much as like the thumb slip sometimes works, it's like I've had bad experiences there in the past, and it's like I just like to be clean.
so when the girl walks in and she just sees it stand like up there, like novels and
Bottom
that.
drawer, bottom drawer.
So you keep it in the drawer.
Mine
Have you?
on the
No,
shelf.
let me ask
So
you
it's
this.
like multitasking. Missionary, left hand on her throat, right hand in the drawer. Take it
I
out.
feel like I'm listening to a sex book.
There, flip her over, bang, bring her belly up, and
Big man things. Did you ask her permission before you do any of this thing? Now during the date, Diego mentioned butt plugs. What was your thoughts on that?
I've never heard for a man to have a butt plug. It's usually the girl that has the butt plug and then asks the guy to swing it in. So I was a bit thrown off by that, but I will give it to him. That kind of show that he's quite open towards sexual experiences. And what I mentioned earlier is like, I appreciate someone who can be quite mature with their approach to sex.
So next question. If you got caught by your mum and dad in the act, what would you do or say?
my mum and dad are very different people. My mum's super innocent, and my dad's like, my dad gets it, innit? So if it was my dad, he'd be like, he'd probably do something dumb, like try and like.
You got the butt plugs, bruv. Like,
Nah, if it was my dad, it would just be a both thing. He'd be like, oh. He'd walk in, he'd be like, oh, say nothing. Close the door, bust out.
Big man thing.
If it was my mum, I think my mum still thinks I'm a virgin, you know.
Scheme.
Yeah.
That's good though. You're keeping your thing low key, bruv. You get me respect to the mums. You get me shout out to the mums. How about yourself?
Okay, my dad sadly passed away when I was younger, so that can't relate to that. Daddy issues. But my mother has actually walked in on me sucking dick before.
Sorry?
Oh, she went, like that, man.
Thing.
She did Donald Duck thing saying, sorry, mum, bro.
So-
You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yo, this guy's. So what did your mum say, bruv? Did she still keep you in
You
the
didn't
dark?
say much, your fucking mouth was full, wasn't it?
I didn't fucking say anything. I was up in the comments and I didn't know that my ex just started like slapping me and was like, oh, yeah.
So one sec. So when your mum walked in, you didn't even take the willy out the mouth.
No. So my mum
mum was about
opened the
to
door,
bust, bro.
right?
Yo.
My mum opened the door to give us food because she got us food, and I think she must have made eye contact with my ex, and like I think she panicked and just closed the door, and then like 5 minutes, because obviously then I figured out what's happened, so I stopped and I come out the covers and I'm like fucking sitting there stressed. I'm like, my mum knows I'm a whore.
Yo.
And then the door opens again like 5 minutes later, and my mum's a G for this. She took the bag of food, put it down, kicked it with her foot and slammed the door again. I was like, I fucking love you right now. So she still gave me the food. She didn't judge me. She didn't judge me for it.
What was your thoughts on when she said the thing about her mum catching her with the willy in the mouth?
Bit wrecky, like, I like my girl a bit more, not even like good, but a bit more sensible.
So big man thing, we're gonna cut right through, yeah?
Okay.
And we're gonna get to the nitty gritty, yeah? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give you both one of these. So take one of these, take one, and you're gonna have a pen. So what I want you lot to do is write down, don't show it to each other, write down lovers or friends. So write that down and don't show it to each other yet, just hold it there. So the first, when I count to 3, you're gonna show it to the camera, then I count to 3 again and show it to me, and then you lot show it to each other.
Yes, sir.
Yeah? So big man team, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Show it to me on 3. 1, 2, 3. Now on 3, I want you lot to show it to each other. 1, 2, 3. Oh.
Did you spell acquaintances wrong?
Yeah. I'm dyslexic, bro. I'm
Yo.
dyslexic, bro.
What?
Acquaintances.
Acquaintance.
That's not it.
But you got the.
I did get the gist, but like.
So why did you both choose friends, by the way?
I feel
I
like
didn't choose friends.
he chose acquaintances. He doesn't even classify me as
The
friend.
word friend is a big word. This is something I want to address very, very quickly. The friend word is
Oh,
a
yeah,
big
I'm
word.
working with the friend
You need
friend.
to bring value, solid value to a person to be that friend. If we go out now on the street and someone roasts me, are you banging them in the face?
Yeah,
For me,
yeah.
if they have a gun.
They wouldn't have a gun here. If they have a knife, I might still get involved, but then.
Why
like,
are you lying to?
Okay, I've stopped a guy with a gun, no, knife that
No, but
tried to
for
rob
me
my phone.
specifically. Are you gonna,
Yeah, not gun, a knife, yeah, a knife.
there's a thread there and I've got a gun on me. I'm giving it to you. Are you taking it?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm a white girl. I'll get away with that shit.
Yo, this is crazy, bro.
You're a pretty white girl that looks like a lesbian. If you go pen, is peak for you?
I have insanity on my record.
Like, if I go pen, I'm done for, by the way.
I don't like to get sentimental.
I'm done out here, 100%.
Do you know what? I just don't like the fact that I'm not even worthy of the friendship value.
What value have you brought to my life as of yet?
Big man thing. So, just
Do you know what?
some
I'm actually, no. It's going to acquaintances. I don't care. It's
big man
What are you
thing.
telling them, bro?
Yo, the big man thing.
colleagues. Change it to colleagues.
It's not happening,
want
bro.
colleagues.
You get me? Sometimes it's not looking good, bro. It's not looking good.
bruv.
Yeah, so big man thing. We didn't get a match right now. Yeah, but I feel like these two, a podcast might happen. You get me, bro? So big man thing, cuffing season, bro. Now at the end, you chose acquaintances, and then said she wouldn't be able to bring no value to your life. What did you mean by that?
I didn't say that.
Big man thing, correct me then.
I said she doesn't physically, in this moment, bring value to my life, which is what you need to be my friend. As I said, the word friend brings, like, it holds weight. Friend is a word thrown around, but if you're someone's friend, that holds weight. That means you're willing to do certain stuff. I mean, she claimed she was ready to die for me, so I thought that was cat, but if she's on that, maybe we can run this back, because if a thing's ready to die for me, you know, it's alright.
What did you make of him choosing acquaintances?
I think that was just him trying to be smarter than needs be for the show. The option was either friends or lovers. You could have actually just picked friends. We went with acquaintances because he wanted to have this really smart remark about how I need to add value to his life. When in reality, I already did. You got to meet me, that's the value I added, so